AC at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Ready to get us started. Sam Ficken has it teed up. And off we go from Nashville. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. 26 yards. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. On the return is Duvernay. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for Sammy Watkins, we saw plays like this from time to time in his Kansas City days, and he's still making them here with his new team, the Ravens. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Derrick Henry. They find some open field here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now Fick in to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 44, Jackson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. This time, Jackson will throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, 32 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Ficking on now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson now off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They begin with Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill looking deep for Julio. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson, what more can we say at this point? He is a living, breathing highlight reel. And go ahead and tack on that last play to the list of big ones by number 8. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, 20, touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually...
Dobbins hit and he fumbles. It's picked up by the Titans. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now left side on this swing pass. And some room to maneuver. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Jackson on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. Again, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Ravens 28.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Man open, here is Jones. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Tannehill. His throw incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Second and 10. Tannehill once more. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Tannehill going to get this out quickly. It's complete. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fickett up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. First down and more for Jackson. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Back to throw, Tannehill. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A first down carry for Henry. Trucks over him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. For the point after, Sam Ficken. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. On the return is Duvernay. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Being chased out left. 1st down and more for Jackson. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Here's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football.